Well, good afternoon and a happy Saturday. So I'm down here at the Oceanside Harbor today and I'm enjoying the sunshine. I did not sleep very well last night. I was in agonizing pain to my knees and my feet, and it was going up my above my knees last night. I tried everything I could to relieve the pain. It was laughing at the Motrin, and I used some essential oils and Epsom salt and uh, hydrogen peroxide in a warm water soak, and by about 4 in the morning I think I was feeling a little better but still hurting. So I drove down to the harbor and practiced sleeping in my car again, because it's a good possibility I'm going to be homeless again, because uh, Section 8 and the apartment complex erred and couldn't get the paperwork out within the beginning of the month, and so I got my voucher on the 13th. And so um, legal aid has given me a case worker as we go through the transition period, because the attorney helped me uh, get out of the apartment complex and out of the contract. The agreement was I had to leave by the end of this month, and that I got 30 days. Technically, I didn't get 30 days, but so, there's just so much fraud and people who are two-faced liars in this apartment complex and in Section 8. And I call it like what it is. But I know I sent a lot of you out a GoFundMe page because my insurance will not pay for the treatment that I need, the alternative treatment, and it's very frustrating. But trying to convince them is real hard. It wasn't my idea to do the GoFundMe page. It was my very good friend Chris Hearn who gave me the information and threw it out to me. He goes, "This is what you need to do. Throw it out there." And I was looking at all the numbers that they want, for you to send to me, because my goal is $15,000. If I make that, then I have more than enough money for the whole year for the treatments. It would entail soft wave decompression therapy on the knees and the joints, the neck, the lower back, the arms, infrared therapy, and possibly some stem therapy too. And this guy's a specialist in neuropathy, and it's the head, back, and pain neck clinic here in Vista. I think I said the name right. I've met him twice, and I told him what my friend had suggested that I should do. And so if I send you a GoFundMe link, and I would ask if you would reconsider. It doesn't have to be $25. I calculated up the excuse me, the math. Got a little bit of a dry cough. If everybody gave $10, if 1,500 people gave $10, that would be $15,000, and that would help me to get the treatment that I need. So in reality, he said to me, "Your nerves are only going to get worse, and if we don't do something soon, you're going to end up in a wheelchair, and you probably might have to lose your legs, and you might lose your hands." And I've heard this before from medical doctors. They just give you drugs and everything to cover everything. Well, they gave me drugs to control my diabetes, and I got a ketoacidosis and almost died. So I basically don't trust the MDs anymore. So I've decided to go alternative, and I have it in my insurance, but they won't pay for this. So while I'm battling, my friend Chris came up with the idea, do a GoFundMe page. And so, but like I said, if 1,500 people gave 10 bucks, I could hit my goal, and I could start the treatment as soon as possible. And that would be, they would give me my own infrared machine that would be mine in the program to take home and use on my knees or my ankles or my shoulder, my neck. And so I'm encouraged. I've had the soft wave before on my knees and my feet, and I didn't have any pain for 8 days. But the guy wanted way too much, and I told the guy here, and he goes, "I don't charge that much." He goes, "I just don't." This guy was just want to charge me $8,000 for just the two knees and the feet. And he wasn't taking the back, the neck, the elbows, and the wrists. But this guy's real honest. And, you know, it's funny, I was praying, and this guy ad kept coming up, and it kept showing up on my Facebook, my Instagram, everywhere. It was like I couldn't run from his ad. And I began to pray, and this is what I told the doctor. And so, but like I said, that's my reasoning. If you got the GoFundMe, I was sending it out to everybody, and it was still early in the morning. So I wasn't trying to offend you. But if you can't donate, share it with somebody, and maybe somebody else might. But just remember what I said. If 1,500 people gave $10, I'd hit my goal fast. So, well, that's this video for today. I didn't want to go almost 6 minutes, but it did. But I thought I'd share that with everybody. I want to thank everybody for your prayers and your concern and for your support, you know. And so I will be filing a will, because always a possibility with neuropathy can kill you too. And I've had a lot of bad luck, and so I need to make sure that all the things that I have left go somewhere where will help people. And so and I pray that I will get into my apartment hopefully by the first of the month. If not, I found one that's open on the 10th of May. And so it's all in God's hands. And so I think it would be a little harder to live in the car again, because my legs aren't working well, and so, and neither are my arms. But you know, you got to do what you got to do, and I don't need an eviction on my record, because I gave my word, and I am a man of my word. And so I said I would be out, and I would be out. And people don't come to help me move, I will give everything away. I'll give it all away. I'll put it on offer up and say, come get it, you know, and I'll just start all over again. But you know, because they gave me a caseworker, they said you're in severe need because you only make $11,000 a year with disability and SSI. She goes, how do you eat? And I go, strategically. And toward the end of the month, I eat once a day, and I'll snack on something small. You know, it only took triple bypass surgery to not be able to eat that much, and I'm not heavy like I used to. I mean, I look heavy on my face, but if you look at me, the scale said I was 194 pounds. And not the 217 that I used to be years ago. And I was holding at 268, but I've been able to keep it off. So, but she said I'm in severe need, so they put me in a few programs that will probably help me with deposit, and then there's money to help me get furniture for my new place. And so, but like I said, the reason why I did the GoFundMe is to get my health back, so I can twist balloons, and so I can have quality of life, and that I can maybe go back to work, and that I could turn around and pay it forward and help somebody else out someday. So I'm not begging for your help, and I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for a handout. That's it. Take care. God bless, and shalom.